Hello everyone. In our last lesson, we created some nice little animation on the forehead of a character, and hopefully you've tried using this on your own mobile camera. So let's go ahead and move around in this course, and I'll show you the basics of interaction. An interaction is something that happens when, well, something happens. And it's the basis of creating logic and interesting applications using Effect House. I'll go ahead and set this to idle person 0. So let's just go back here to set it to idle person 1, sorry. So we just have a static person. And remember, if we go back to our face binding by scrolling over here and clicking to face binding, we can set the anchor and other options. This option called which face specifies which face are you referring to. Here we only have one face, so which face is set to 0. If you had more than one face, we'll set this to 1, 2, or the third person, or even the fourth person. Now, an interaction is what happens, and these are based on events. Interactions are usually coded using the visual scripting environment. For example, let's make this animation disappear when the character opens the mouth. So I clicked on face binding, and in the inspector, we can clearly see we are on the face binding section. So let's go ahead and click this add interaction. There are so many interactions we can do, but let's start with the head and face. Here, we're going to say show when mouth opens, and we'll click on show when mouth opens. Let's go ahead and hide our preview so we can have a little more space to work with. I can click here. I can use my middle mouse button to scroll out, and let's just see what's happening. I'll select these two and drag them to the side. Use the middle mouse button and just scroll and pan around in this visual graph. Here, it says get scene object, and we're getting the face binding scene. So basically, in our visual scripting section, we can get an object in the scene. Everything here is an object. The camera, directional light, environmental light, including the face binding object, these are all objects. And this is our scene. Our view window is our scene. This is also our scene right here. So we're getting an object in the scene, and the scene we're getting is the face binding object. Next, we're telling Effect House to detect face movement to show or hide object. This is also another component in the visual scripting window. So first, it's going to target our object in the scene, and it's going to detect face 0. Notice we can click on this and change the face. And next, it's going to look at the mouth open face movement and show or hide. But first, we need this object to be hidden so that it's going to be revealed when the mouth is open. To hide this, let's go over to show hide, and we can click the face binding over here to hide the object. Now it's hidden. Let's bring back our preview. With our preview back, let's change this to mouth open. So let's go to idle and scroll down till we find mouth open. There we go. Mouth open. I believe I must have skipped mouth open for person 1, so I'll just go back up slowly. Mouth open person 1, and let's click on this. Now when the mouth opens, we can actually see our animation appear on the forehead of our character, which is great. It means our interaction is actually working. Well, congratulations. You just added your first interaction to make something happen when your character does something. And you can also try this using your main camera. We're going to discuss more on interactions as we move further along in the course, but in our next lesson, we'll learn to work with segmentation and create more effects using Effect House. See you guys in the next lesson.